Hello and welcome to SkySwitch University. In this unit, we want to cover the SMS Directory Bot, also known as Sally. Now, the SMS Directory Bot is our first product in our business SMS offering. Now, we've all experienced text, which is a short message service or SMS, and that's 160 characters in max length, and it's text only. Now, multimedia message service, or MMS, also allows, it's the advanced version, and it also allows for pics or videos or audio to be sent via that text message. Now, there are 4 inbound options that we're going to show you in the SMS Directory Bot. There's the SMS Directory Bot itself, which interfaces with the directory in the PBX. Then there's email, there's ReachUC, or a URL. There's a few things we want you to understand before we show you how to activate SMS on a telephone number. Number one, it can be activated on virtually any US or Canada DID or any toll-free number. Activating the SMS portion of a number has no effect on the voice service of that number, so it's a separate service on the number itself. We offer the SMS Directory Bot as a free application, and it's meant to introduce your customers to the concept of business SMS. Now I want to show you how to enable SMS on a number and how to test the SMS Directory Bot. In the knowledge base, I want to point out the document we'll be working with. Now, if you get into the knowledge base and you type SMS, you're going to see multiple documents. We're going to work with this first one, SMS Directory Bot. Now, when I click on it, it's going to bring me to a document that's going to also give me information on how to activate SMS on a number and how to test it. So let me point out a few things before we go into the Dash Manager and show you how to set up SMS on a number. The concept of the SMS Directory Bot is that it's an application that tries to connect an SMS sender with the appropriate person in a company using information from the PBX. Now again, the SMS Directory Bot is free. It's a free application. And there is an enhanced version of it, the SMS Responder Bot, that we will talk about in a subsequent video. In that video, we'll show you how the Responder Bot you can configure with keywords and with auto replies in order to reply back to the SMS sender. Now we'll move into the document that shows you how to route a DID to the Directory Bot. I will point out one thing in the document here. We're going to move on to the Dash Manager, but I do want to point out that although the SMS Directory Bot is a free application, there is a charge to enable SMS on DIDs, and that will be stated in your MSA, so you'll want to take a look at that. Now at this point, I'm going to move my knowledge base doc over to the other screen, and I'm going to bring up the Dash Manager. Now I would suggest you walk through these same steps. Okay, so I have a number here that I purchased earlier. It's 469-421-8421. Okay, and I'm going to put it in the Inventory Manager search field and hit return. And so here's the number, and we're going to enable the SMS services portion on this number. Now if I click on Show Services, again, no services have been configured. So in order to enable the SMS portion on a number, just click on SMS, and if you notice it says unprovisioned under SMS and MMS. Now I'm going to move the provision here over for both of them, and it's going to state pending. Now it can be in a pending state up to an hour in order for the SMS to be enabled on a DID, so just keep that in mind. So now I've waited my hour, and I'm going to go back into the Manage DIDs and Inventory Manager, put in my number here, and hit enter. And of course, here's my number. And now when I click on Show Services, I see my SMS enabled. And when I click on SMS, I see here SMS enabled, MMS enabled. Now I can configure my SMS on my number, and I can direct it to what I want to direct it to. For now, we'll direct it to the directory bot, but again, you can to an email address, a ReachUC user, or URL. Now, you'll find out also that we can send copies of the SMS to any of the other three if we don't choose them initially. But we're going to choose the directory bot. Now we're going to assign it to the domain of the customer of the number. Now it doesn't mean that we've assigned any of the other features, on the DID. This is just the SMS portion of it, but it's going to be assigned to a particular customer that you want it to be assigned to, and we do that here. Now we also then hit our save button, and so now it is assigned to the directory bot in that particular domain. Here you can also send copies to the other three, whether it's to email, to ReachUC, or to a URL. I'll talk more about an example of what you can do as far as sending the SMS text to a particular URL, and Eric put together a nice video, and I'll point that out at the end. Okay, so you can send copies to the other applications, but we've got it assigned to the directory bot in our customer's domain, and SMS enabled, MMS enabled. Now we can test the number. So I'm going to take you back to the knowledge base doc that will show you how to test the number. So here's the document, and to test the SMS portion now, that is now directed into the directory bot, simply pull out your cell phone and send an SMS message to the DID that you configured. Now here's the application logic that it's going to follow. First, when an SMS message is received by the directory bot, it connects to the PBX to query recent CDRs to see if that cell number that the text is coming from, if there were any calls to that number recently placed. Okay, that's the first step of the logic that it's going to take. If calls to the cell number are found in the directory, the SMS directory bot will determine the last PBX user to call that number and will respond with this message. You have reached the SMS bot for blank domain. It looks like PBX user blank was trying to reach you. If you would like to talk to PBX user blank, now reply with a Y. And when you reply with a Y, if the SMS sender replies with that Y, then the SMS directory bot will initiate a phone call between the PBX user and the sender through the PBX. If no call to the phone number of sender is found in the CDRs, the SMS directory bot will send the reply, "You have reached the directory bot for blank domain to connect with a person or department. Reply with a name." If the sender replies with a name, the directory bot will attempt to find a PBX user with a matching name using the company directory. If a match for a person or department is found, the directory bot will send this message: "If you would like to talk to Bob or whomever you sent, now reply Y." If there are multiple people in the PBX with similar names, the SMS directory bot will send the reply, "I found multiple people with that name," and he'll point them out. And it can be a department. Okay, so if the sender replies with like support or sales, it could be a department instead of a particular person. If the sender replies with a Y or a number corresponding to the name choice, the SMS directory bot will initiate a phone call between the name and the sender through the PBX. Okay, the SMS directory bot will call the sender first. When the sender answers, the system will say, "Please hold while your call is being transferred." The call will then be transferred to the sender of the text, to that number, to that cell number. So you can test this out. You can place a call from your desk phone to your cell phone, and then when you send the text in to the number, it will work using your name, and etc. So you can do several different tests to test the application logic of the directory bot. Do it multiple different ways. Reply with the Y, reply with different people's names, in the directory, your name, etc., and then and see the results. Okay, a few notes here. In order to be included in the bot's reply, the PBX user must have the Announce in Audio directory option enabled. If you wish to hide an extension from the bot, simply disable this option. Now, to quickly show you what this looks like on a user, I've gone over to my user in the Manage PBX, and on my user profile you'll see here, if you scroll down just a little bit, directory options, Announce in Audio directory. So that's what this is talking about in this note. If you want them to be able to respond to SMS, then they have to be set to Announce in Audio directory. Let me go back to the document. You can decide, how you want to handle that, and of course that's how you do it. System users such as auto attendants and call queue use will not be included in the bot replies. Okay, the caller ID for the call made to sender will be the DID that received the SMS message. When the call is transferred to whatever name in the system will follow the answering rules of the PBX user are associated with that name. So the answering rules for that user will come into play. The caller ID sent to the whatever person will be that of the sender. Again, that's kind of a repeat there. Okay, those are the tests that you can do to check your SMS directory bot to see if it's working. I highly suggest using that. And of course, again, the SMS directory bot is a free application, and you can use it to introduce your customers to SMS service. Again, we're going to cover the SMS responder bot in a subsequent video, and it's an enhanced version of the SMS directory bot that gives you the ability to respond back based on keywords and with certain auto replies. So we'll cover that then. Now, going back to our final slide, I want to point out there's a URL example. Okay, if you want to send text messages, either a copy or the main text message on your SMS delivery to a URL, which you can do that and actually accomplish certain functions. And Eric Hernise, our founder, has put together a short video, and I'll point it out here on YouTube, and it's called Log SMS Messages to a Google Spreadsheet. And he shows you step by step how to send a text message send a copy, so that it logs it into a Google spreadsheet. So if you go to YouTube and type in SkySwitch SMS, search for SkySwitch SMS, you're going to see this video here, Copy SMS Messages to a Google Spreadsheet with SkySwitch, Business SMS, and Zapier. And so it's a 6-minute video. It's a presentation of, how to use the SMS and how your customers may want to use it to log information into a Google spreadsheet. So there's an example, the SMS in use when you're sending the text to a URL. There are other documents that are helpful to you. There's an introduction to SMS also there on YouTube, and you'll see it here again, searching for SkySwitch SMS introducing Sally, the SkySwitch SMS directory bot. There's also a SkySwitch Business SMS webinar here that I'll point out. Lastly, on our website, you can also find information about the features of SMS and some information there, as well as some blog posts by Eric Hernise, our founder. You can go to Services, and you'll see Business SMS here on our website. So there's some helpful information here, overview and features. And then also on our blog, if you go to our blog and search for, there's also a free download here right now, search for SMS. You're going to see several blog posts that Eric has done. So those are very helpful as well. Okay, so that's our Business SMS base product, which is our SMS directory bot. And again, we're going to handle the enhanced version of that in a subsequent video and covering the SMS responder bot. So thank you for your time, and if you have any questions, you can send those to onboarding@skyswitch.com.